Hi everyone, it is time for another picture from this page in Magical Worlds by Johanna Basford. We have these stacked up jars, which is an interesting design, nothing that I've ever coloured before. I've coloured jars, but never in a stack. So there we go, let's come in and have a little look. Using Staedtler Design Journey pencils again, as we have done all through this page. Now we have mushroom, flowers, mushroom, interesting. Okay, let's see what colours I've got. My colours are all mixed up in the wrong order in my tray. I'm thinking of doing a sort of brownish, coppery look to these. I think I'm just going to start with these. I know they're at the top. I sort of thought, well, maybe I should start with the bottom ones, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to start at the top. Number 7 is the light brown. I'm going to start with that with just a little bit. Sorry, there's quite a lot of shadowing from my hands. It's quite dark in here. I don't want to put the main light on. It's not that dark. It's dark outside, so I'm getting, I'm going to say shadows, but never mind. And then I'm going to use, just picking and choosing. I think this one's going to be better. Number 73, I need to just sharpen it. So here it is, 73. Now if you want, you can add some spots to your mushrooms. I sometimes think they look quite attractive with little dots on. I'm just going to fade that to the top a little bit. So I've got a tiny bit at the top which has got very little colour on it. And I'm just going to grab my number 16 to just finish it off. I know 3 pencils for one teeny little mushrooms, but I think it'll be worth it. I'm hoping that that just gives it more of a coppery look. It's not supposed to be shiny like a piece of copper, but I just like the colour. There we go. And we have this sort of grass underneath. We've got grass on all of them. I'm thinking maybe I'll do the same colour grass on all of them. Trying to think of the colour though. Maybe we'll start with the sap green. Ooh, I did some grass the other day in a picture. It wasn't one on a video. I'm going to use 52. And I did it with quite a light green. It was, I think, was it a polychrome? Can't remember, but a lighter green than this, and it just looked really artificial. So I'm gonna try this colour instead. I want to fill it in quite sort of fairly solid, not too hard. I want to put other colours in here in a minute, but I want to fill in all of it so that when I use my next colour, I don't have to go over all of it. So I was hoping to get quite a few videos done this morning, but it is now 1:45. So none before this is my first one of the day. It's Sunday. I had a bit of a lie-in and then washed my hair, had a long shower. I don't normally have a long shower. Yeah, washed my hair, had a long shower, and then popped downstairs, did a few things on my computer. Just sort of, I don't know what I was doing really. Promoting videos and catching up on. I had loads of comments and things, which is really nice. So I was dealing with those, answering those and things like that. And then had a lazy breakfast, you know, slow breakfast, chattery breakfast. I was doing a crossword with my son. It's lovely. This is what Sunday should be about, I think. But then we decided to go out. This is 5. Decided to. I'm just going to do some sort of strands because it's grass through it. We need to go to a garden centre to grab something, and then a DIY shop. It was all very exciting. Not really. The garden centre was nice. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But the DIY shop, not so much so. But by the time I got ready, I was getting ready to do it there, and then me and my son saw this video on Facebook, and it was weird. This is a grey, it is 83, and I'm going to use it for these clips, yeah? So I'm going to make it quite intense here, and then less there. The same on here, so I'm hoping they look like they're chrome. So yeah, the video was a room, all glass room with a bed in it, and it was snowing, and it had a flat glass roof, and I was like, the snow isn't like landing on the roof. And then I went, look at that snow, it's AI. And my son came over and went, what other things can you tell, Mum? How can you tell it's AI? And I was looking, I said, well, the sheets are a bit weird there. And he said, look, the curtain tie backs, there's only one on one and not on the other, and they're not straight on the rail. There's only one set of curtains on one window, not the rest. Why would there be? And then he said, there's this plastic bit sticking out from the side of the bed. What is that? That's just not anything that would really exist. And we picked it to pieces basically. So number 5 again, I'm just going to do these leaves. And then we went into the comments on one of the videos on this Facebook page, and someone said, is this AI, to the person who made the page? And I went, yes. But my son was like, that's really annoying that they haven't told people that they've, you know, although they admitted it once they were asked, they didn't actually tell people that it was AI when they put the video up, and he said he didn't like that. This is 43. I'm going to use it for these, a sort of peachy flower. So that was interesting. So we got a bit carried away with that, so I left late, went to the garden centre. It was a really nice garden centre. One of the ones that would sell, it had a cafe in it, but it also sold all the normal gardening stuff and outdoors chippings and gravels, and it's composts and plants and tools and gloves and wellies and Christmas decorations that were up on sale, because obviously it's not Christmas. I'm going to do an orangey mushroom, toadstool mushroom. Then I'm going to start at the bottom with number 2. Oh, is that the same colour as the one we did the other? No, a little bit different. But it also had things like books. There were some colouring books. It had a Bridgerton colouring book, and one with a cat's colouring book, and I can't remember the other. They didn't look. I'm gonna sneeze. That's better. Right. And it wasn't my sort of colouring book anyway. You know, I like my florals and my cute things 24. So anyway, had those. Had sort of novels and all sorts of different books, cards, wrapping paper, loads of gifty items, you know, homeware type things. I said to my husband, like, you know, if you came here Christmas shopping, you could probably get everything you would ever need. And he said, that's the idea. Now, my husband is trained in horticulture. He went to a horticultural college. He got a diploma in horticulture before, and did a lot of garden centre training. And he says, the thing is, most people only use a garden centre in the spring, and so they have to find a way to get customers in the rest of the year. And so this is why they do the whole Christmas thing and gifting thing. It's a really good idea. Now we have the windowsill and the window. I think I'm going to be a bit different to how I would normally do this, and do the windowsill in 42, so a lighter colour. Normally I would do it in a darker colour. I feel like I need to be closer, but anyway. So I'm going to do that in a light orange. Yeah, and then we need to do inside the window. I'm going to go quite bright. What colour is this? 11. Yeah, this is the sand. I'm going to do that. So it's a pretty bit, and they also had like a food hall, and it had half of it was sold wine. I didn't go in that bit. I don't think it was open, to be honest. And then yeah, I don't know about the other but the food we were looking, it's like a really expensive deli. Going back to 43 to do a little bit of the stem. So it had like lots of cakes and biscuits, chocolate, a sort of sauces and coloured pastas. You know, when you can get them dyed different colours. Well, I assume they're vegetable dyes, beetroot and things, I don't know. I'm going to do the door in a red. What red should we do? I think we might use the red that we used already, the number 2, but if we layer it up a little bit, it'll look a bit darker. And what else was there? Was sort of frozen bread, where you could buy a frozen sourdough and then bake it, finish baking it yourself, that sort of thing. Oh yeah, I like that red door. I'm going to do handle. Handle. Pondering. I know. I will go with this colour. This is the number 703. And I'm going to do the handle in that colour and a bit of the edge of this just to darken it a little bit. Like that. And then a bit of these. Just to mark at the centre of these. So I ended up just buying a packet of crisps, which was vinegar flavour. Now I love salt and vinegar flavour crisps, but normally I don't buy them because it's got so much sugar in. Now these didn't say they had sugar in. They didn't say they were sugar free. You can't really because potato. I'm just thinking of a colour for the cork while I'm chattering. I think this colour might be quite good. This colour here, number 722, reminds me of the colour of bungs that we used to use in chemistry, the sort of plastic corks we used in test tubes. So I'm going to use that. You could do it as a cork if you'd rather, but I can't really find a colour for that, so I just thought I'd do something different. So yeah, they were nice, but they probably did have sugar in because it said natural flavouring. My son was like, that's probably sugar. So, yeah, but I won't be getting them again because that place, I won't be travelling to that place again. It's like miles away. Well, it was a good 20-minute drive, I think. I mean, it was worth it for the thing that we needed to get, but it's very rare for us to need that sort of thing. So, but it was fun. And last time we went there, it was a Y-Vale, which is a big chain, and it's now a different. Now I don't know whether to do that rim in this colour, because I think that's just the open. That one's open, and this is just the rim of the jar. But I'm actually going to do it just so it matches, because I think it will just give a bit of consistency to the three items. Now you notice that I'm leaving them a little bit lighter in the middle. There's two reasons for doing that. One is that it looks more rounded because it makes it look like this is closer to us, it's hitting the light, but also makes it look a little bit shiny. If it's plastic, it might be, although they used to always be quite dull plastic. I see now some sort of I think they were rubber, not plastic, because it would react with the chemicals in the test tubes. You just shake it up and stuff. I don't know. I remember putting my finger over test tubes and shaking them up. You get it all over your finger. It's not good practice, is it? Lucky I don't teach chemistry. Not that I'm good enough, but I didn't really. I'm going to try doing the jars in 800, the glass, and we'll see if it shows up enough. Yeah, I didn't do very well in my, let me think, I got a C at GCSE, which is the 16-year-old exam. And then when I did it for A-level at 18, I got an E. I just found it so hard. Yeah, it probably wasn't. I found it really, really hard to choose what subjects to take at A-level. Because you only take 3, and I was just no good at anything really. I mean, it sounds like I'm putting myself down. I felt like I wasn't any good at anything at that age, let's put it that way. I'm going to get a bit of a darker colour because this is a bit dull, you can't really see it. I want the 80. There it is. Here it is, 80. Now, we don't want to go too dark, so I'm making a line here and then just gently putting some towards the middle and blending into the colour that's underneath, which, as I say, is not very visible. So I'm just putting a line there and then I'm going to gently fade. Yeah, I got because I went to a grammar school where everyone was ultra clever, I always felt a bit thick. And I mean, nowadays I don't feel like that, but then that's how I was feeling. I'm just saying, And so when I got my GCSE results and I got C's for most things, that was quite poor. Most people, my friends were all getting A's, and so it just seemed a bit rubbish. And I just because nothing, I stood out. I got a B in physics, but I didn't want to do that. I didn't particularly like it, so I didn't know what to do really. Just having a look, this looks so plain. I'm just wondering what to do to make it look a little bit more exciting. I'm going to get my white pen and put some dots. Remember I said you could dot these? I'm going to dot these. So in the end I just chose a subject my sister wanted to do. In fact, we ended up choosing all the same subjects because we were scared of being split up, because we didn't really have much confidence. I'm going to go around the edge of these spots as well. So we didn't really know. So she picked 2 things and I just picked them because she did, one of those being chemistry. And then the other thing I picked, which was economics, which I am still really interested in. I had no idea how hard it was. It was so hard to understand, but all the people in the class with me were all so clever that they just seemed to just get it, and that made it really difficult. Now that white on here looks like it's really standing out. It isn't in reality as much. It's actually the white paper that's standing out, not the white pen, which is quite interesting. But anyway, I think also with the way my light is capturing it is making it look different on film than it is in real, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So I think I am done with those. We've got another mushroom tomorrow, more to think about, but I'm going to finish for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and happy colouring.